morning, guys. It is 7:30 in the morning and I am having breakfast. This normally would be quite early, or like a few months ago would have been quite early, but I am recently loving like just having it first thing and then I can kind of get on with other things. It's not like, I feel like it's like I want to sit down, relax. It's part of my morning routine now, which is so nice. But in here with overnight oats with no protein powder in it, I've started doing Greek yogurt and what am I using? Peanut butter powder, because it's still proteiny. It's a chocolatey one. I'll show you. And I got it from Holland & Barrett, and I've got it in there with oats, yogurt, soy milk and berries. But I'm gonna go eat this, go enjoy this. I've got some check-ins to do this morning, but we're having food before coffee now. That is like our new thing. My boyfriend's in the house, I always get so weird when he's in the house. I get so shy from him. But come along with me for a little what I ate in a day. Now we've eaten something, we're gonna make some coffee. I'm obsessed with this soy milk, well, soy and almond milk from there. Right now I'm liking soy because it's getting in the extra protein, and I find I've been having like less protein bars and stuff throughout the day and more, I guess, like this kind of protein. I haven't been away with my friend Millie. We now eat before we have our coffee because we want to keep those cortisol levels happy, chill. So literally do just a cup of this, and then weird, but what I do is I put in a decaf pod and a caffeinated pod because I'm really reducing my caffeine intake. I literally have like, this will be the only coffee or caffeine I have in the day, but I don't want 2 pods of coffee. The 1 pod doesn't give me enough coffee, but so I want more taste of coffee but without the added caffeine, which is why I mix the decaf and the caffeinated. So I'm gonna pour this up. I find this soy milk as well much better at foaming than almond milk, so works really well in coffee. But yeah, love Plenish. Okay, so we have got the washing on. We've done a bit of work. I basically like plan out all my content. Now is my favorite time because it's Diet Coke time, guys. I genuinely have a theory that I cannot like have a Diet Coke for 11. It feels somewhat wrong. We're having it now. It's like 11:30. Called. Gonna do this. This is to like motivate me to film some good content right now. Hey, so it is lunchtime. I'm literally keep shape-shifting outfits. It is lunchtime. I found this recipe on Instagram. It's like this Cobb salad-y recipe. What I'm loving about intuitive eating is like, I'm not like, oh, that's like not enough calories or that's too much calories. Like I'm literally just able to go on Instagram and be like, save that, like that, like look at that. So I'm about to roast some chicken that's gonna go in that, and then in the meantime I'm really hungry. So what I have been doing, again, slaying intuitive eating, I have been eating handfuls of this cereal, guys. This cereal is divine. I love it. It's so just crunchy. It's really satisfying to eat. So I've been having handfuls of this on the go as well, and yeah. But because I moved to intuitive eating, obviously I still gym, my goal is still gymming. I am still focusing on protein, but I want to remind you, like, you can have a meal without protein. Just like one meal with protein won't change your muscle mass. The same with having a meal without. So when I'm cooking for myself, I've been focusing on protein and stuff, but like when I'm eating out, just enjoying life, you know. If it doesn't have protein, it's not the end of the world. But I do find it more satisfying obviously when a meal has protein, and I would push for that. But I think some people think, you know, like for example when you go on holiday and stuff, sometimes you just don't have access to as much protein, and it's not that deep, it's all okay. But yeah, we're having obviously chicken in this, and I think there's a bit of turkey bacon going into it as well, so I'm gonna chef this up. So I've mixed up like chicken with I really like the paprika and lemon seasoning from Tesco's. And then I have no cling film, so I've like sprayed it with quite a bit of oil just so it does not stick. And then roast the chicken and then shred it. Don't even know if what I filmed. I guess we'll find out when we come to edit. A little mini fillet, so it doesn't shred as well, but I do find the mini fillets are just a bit juicier. Like, yeah, they've got a lot of juice, which is kind of what you want. And I'll just cook the whole thing. I think the recipe on Instagram didn't mean cooking the whole thing, but they'll just sit there otherwise. Guys, this looks incredible. Oh my god. I have had a little taste and it is so good. Like, the flavors just work so well. So I'm gonna go enjoy this little lunch before heading out. And because we always need something sweet after that. Oh, yes. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna give this a go. Hello guys, so it is a different day, but I wanted to come on here to talk about intuitive eating because I know a lot of you will have many questions on my journey and relationship with food. I basically tracked like through my recovery journey, and this was really helpful for me because I never actually like tracked during my eating disorder, so I never really had those negative associations, and it was more useful for me to see like, oh okay, I need to hit this goal, and I genuinely was having to eat so much. I don't think I would have been able to do it by myself. But then I think I kind of recovered, and then I developed this like dependency on tracking, and like I think I then didn't really learn in that process like how to trust my hunger, fullness cues, all of that. So then this journey of like moving from that to intuitive eating, and to be honest, a lot of my clients, like some of them do track throughout their recovery journey, but then the end goal is moving to intuitive eating because your body knows you best, like genuinely. And I think I was so scared and worried that my body would change through doing this, but it has not at all. How did I do it? Well, there are many different ways that you can do it. Like for me, I think I never tracked when I ate out and stuff. So I kind of practiced, like I didn't track religiously every single day. But genuinely for me, I'm a very much all or nothing person. It took literally deleting the app and then just going on like that. And I must say, like initially you do count in your head. Like that was something that I then had to overcome because it's so hard to unlearn when you've had an eating disorder, so hard to unlearn numbers and food. So for me, it was like, I do, to be honest, vaguely know what I eat, and I think I always will because I know like roughly like when I'm cooking for myself, like how much protein's in that meal and stuff. Like it's good to have that awareness, I think, but it's like whenever I found myself like going to like count up in my head, I'd distraction is the most important thing. Like I literally would be like, okay, name like 5 things in this room beginning with the letter O, or like something like that. It sounds so weird, but I think the more and more you do that, then you're not doing it in your head after every meal. Like it's just rewiring your brain and retraining your brain. It's just something that you have to do. So you're not a failure if you like that is how you start, but it's so important to work on that side of things and move away. Like I think deleting the app is one part, and then it's like learning to dissociate food from numbers. So yeah, I mean, me now, I'm not tracking. I will always like, it's always a super useful tool. So if I wanted to like build muscle, like sometimes I'll like track a few days of the week to make sure I'm eating enough or something like that. Like it's really useful when you have a goal, or if I think, oh, my protein's been a bit low recently, I now have that relationship where I can do that. But everyone is so different, so I don't want you to watch that and think, oh, I can do that, because I've never had that super negative relationship with tracking. Like it's always been a help to me, but for me it was just, God, it was just effort tracking. Like guys, your body, like you stop tracking and your body just knows what you need. Like it's not like you're drastically going to change what you're eating anyway, because you're still cooking for yourself, you're still having the snacks that you love. It's just like so freeing. And also it's a bit silly with tracking. Like your body needs different amounts on different days. Like if I go for a run one day, I'm obviously going to be more hungry, and like it's so much better to listen to your body in doing that. But I think if this is you, and if you're wanting to move to intuitive eating, make that move of doing a few days a week, like Or you can just go completely cold turkey, but I would say distract yourself when your brain goes to like think of food or think of numbers, and it becomes so much easier with time. That's why I think sometimes integrating a day or two of not tracking and slowly building that up over time to like absolutely no tracking is a really good approach to have, because it kind of eases you in and you're like, okay, I'm fine. Or you could just go cold turkey like me. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at now. No hate to it at all. As I said, will always be a useful tool, and I might go back to it like when I have a goal in the gym, or like if I was like, oh, I want to like, I should be eating a bit more protein or something like that. But yeah, just your body knows you best, and it's so freeing to not have to log every single freaking thing in on an app whenever I eat it. So yeah, it's been like a journey of, I'd say quite a long journey. I mean, now it's like cold turkey, but it was for quite a while. Like, I'll track on some days if I needed to, if I wanted to, if I could, if I was like cooking myself that day. But yeah, it's been good to like push myself out of my comfort zone a bit and do something different. So yeah. Alright guys, it is now snack time. So I'm gonna get in a bowl of cereal. Cereal is like my hyperfixation. So I'm gonna have a bowl of that. As with me, you all know the obsession. Guys, melon is just my absolute hyperfixation meal at the moment. Not meal, snack at the moment. It has me in a chokehold, I swear to God. It's just so delicious. So I'm gonna put soy milk on my cereal. Okay, so I've made this like chicken mince pasta, which honestly was just a random concoction of things. So in here, and literally seasoned it with like paprika, put in the chicken mince, put in veg stock cube, which was key, super important, and then mixed it in with gluten-free pasta. And yeah, it is pretty good. This was just meal prepped, so literally just put it in the microwave.